Thompson and St. Cyr side by side. Racing it out. Who has the faster car to finish this thing? St. Cyr is going to bring it home in first. What a race at the end of that thing. Caution, caution, caution. Come around the corner. Jamie Horn is going to be your winner here at the Mars Properties 200. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Firecracker 150 here in the Doghouse Racing League in the Group 6 Cup Series. I was about to say as always, but as always, my name is Hunter Foley, and typically I'm up here with my broadcast partner, Jonathan Smith, but it is just going to be me up here tonight so we can let John get a little bit of time out on the track tonight. I think he deserves it. Appreciate everyone for joining here with us tonight. We know it is about to be the holiday, and we would like to wish everyone a very happy 4th of July. Hope you stay safe. Hope everyone stays healthy, and you set off some good fireworks, assuming that that is legal in your state, of course. But before we get to anything else, let's make sure that we pay the bills over here. The Doghouse Racing League is brought to you by Group 6 this year. Huge shout out to Group 6 for being such a massive part of the Doghouse Racing League. Very important to us and our success, making sure these drivers stay out on the track. And us up here in the booth. Group 6 is a leading creative agency. They are passionate about crafting cutting-edge websites, developing dynamic web solutions, and providing top-tier managed hosting services. Their mission is to help businesses of all sizes enhance their online presence. Explore their wide range of services at group6inc.com and see how they can help drive your digital success. Again, special shout-out to Group 6 for being a series sponsor for this year. And then because I'm up here in the booth and nobody's stopping me, myself and John make up Nap Daddy Racing. Nap Daddy Racing started as a iRacing design shop last year. Tried to transition to be your one-stop shop for everything iRacing, including being up here in the booth. So if you are interested in any new iRacing designs, logos, anything like that, be sure to head on over to the website napdaddyracing.com and check us out. We certainly appreciate it. Thank you so very much for joining in here with us tonight. Let's get things on over to the track where these drivers just finished up their qualifying. We are doing 60 laps here at Daytona tonight. It was sure to be a very exciting time out on the track. Mr. Mike Leftwich is going to have qualified first for the Shoney's Racing Team. Tyler Millette going to be qualifying second. Nick Atwood in third place. Gary Armijo is going to be qualifying fourth. Eric Anderson in fifth. Jamie Horn in sixth. Got Christopher Simon in the 8th spot. Stephen Bonomo in 9th. Daniel Wilkerson in 10th. Bill Gentry in that 4 machine in 11th. Jonathan Jennings going to be starting in 12th. Andrew St. Cyr going to be starting 13th. Eric Warman starting 14th. Kevin Thompson starting 15th tonight. My broadcast partner, Jonathan Smith, starting 16th. Adam Gardner starting 17th. Kevin Brown in 18th. And I believe that is everyone we are going to have on the track. I believe Adam Thompson and Adam Gardner, or Kevin Thompson and Adam Gardner, are also out there tonight. Make sure we get that off of the screen for you here tonight. You all are going to have to excuse me if things get a little shaky here tonight. First thing, this is my first time actually broadcasting a race by myself. I would be lying to you if I said that I wasn't a little bit nervous, but we hope that it is a wonderful viewing experience for everyone at home and that you enjoy this Firecracker 150 in what I'm sure is going to be a wonderful night of racing. We are getting these drivers ready to go green. They are pacing around the track. Again, we are doing 60 laps here tonight at Daytona. These drivers will have one fast repair. That is not normal for the Doghouse Racing League. Normally, we do not do fast repairs, but that simply means that they will be able to go down pit road, and in the normal time it would take them to go down pit road, they will be able to get that car repaired. We'll be keeping an eye on things up here from the booth. We are about to get this thing underway. Pace car is off. These drivers are ready to go. Green flag racing. This is the Firecracker 150. Let's go racing. Great jump out of the number 60 right there. That's going to be Mike Leftwich. He's going to be getting drafted by that 91 of Nick Atwood. Tyler Millette up there on the high side, followed by the number 7 machine of Gary Armijo. That's going to be very interesting to see as we go through this race. Tyler Millette down there on the low side. Mike Leftwich scrubbing just a little bit. Still doing a really, really good job there. Gary Armijo there in that number 7 machine. Up high on the track. It's going to be very interesting to see where the fast lanes are going to be tonight as we go through the track. Daytona can be a lot of different things here. Maybe you're going to find the speed on the high side. Maybe you're going to find the speed on the low side. But it all really comes down to who your drafting partner is and if they are willing to roll with you. Got Daniel Wilkerson, the race admin, putting this whole thing together. He's currently running in the 9th position. They're in that 28 machine. Doing a really good job up there on that high side, making sure he stays in the draft. Staying in the draft is so important here at Daytona. If you are not able to stay in the draft, that is going to be the end of your night pretty quickly. And without trying to be biased at all, let me check in on my broadcast partner here, Mr. Jonathan Smith. Currently working his way up through the track. He's currently up 4 positions in the 10th spot in that very patriotic Nat Daddy racing car up there on the high side. Letting that high side work behind that 31 machine of Eric Warman. Only on lap 4 of 60 out here tonight. Got a lot of racing left to do. I know me and John talk about it very, very often, but a lot of Daytona comes down to just being in the right place at the right time and making sure that you are set to make sure that you are in the right spot. We do have a new race leader at this time. Gary Armijo in that number 7 machine has moved up to the first spot, pushed by the 94 of Tyler Millette. Nicholas Atwood right there on the bumper as well. That low lane looks like it has a lot of speed right now. And again, speaking of just people who are trying to move through this track right now, Kevin Brown in that number 33 machine right there. Currently up 11 spots. He has been absolutely moving through this pack. We also have the number 4 of Bill Gentry up 5 spots right now, doing a fantastic job. Something to keep an eye on at this point, though. Mike Leftwich in that number 60 machine started up near the front, is down 9 spots at this point. But again, this is Daytona. You see those sparks flying off the cars. A lot could happen in 54 laps. Cutting back here, see Gary Armijo back there up at the front, trying to go between the lanes, getting a little sticky up there, able to close down the run of that number 5 machine of Hunter Simpson. Good to see him out on the track here tonight for this fun run at Daytona. That is going to give the lead, at least for the current moment, to Tyler Millette in that 94 machine. Everyone's just trying to push right now. As always, I know we say it all the time on these races, but if you have not left a like, if you have not subscribed to the Doghouse Racing TV channel, make sure you go ahead and do that now so you don't miss a second of the action that we have out here all throughout the year. And be in the comments cheering on your drivers. I know they are going to be going out, watching this race, checking back in, seeing how things go. So cheer on your drivers in the comments. I got B-Mac in the comments saying, geez, almost missed it. Didn't think there was a race this week. Go Team BMP. Have a great one, Andrew. Love watching you come up from the back. We got Andrew St. Cor out there on the track right now. Currently running in the 17th spot, down 4 positions from where he started. There's a lot of racing left to do. This is Daytona. I do not expect to see Andrew St. Cor back there at the end of this race. And then we also got a comment here saying, let's go 10. Out here pulling for my boy Jonathan Smith. Currently sitting there back at the back of the pack. Currently running 18th. A lot of time left in this race. Call me biased, but I don't expect to see my buddy back there at the end of this thing. Got a new race leader up there at the front. Hunter Simpson has now taken the lead in that number 5 machine. If you see that ticker on the side where it just says ESR, there's a system that's used to put the names of the drivers in and their information and things like that. And it can get a little bugged out from time to time. So if you just see ESR right there for that number 5 machine, just know that that is for Hunter Simpson. Also wanted to make sure I gave a special shout out here tonight to the number 98 machine of Jamie Horn. Jamie was normally this race, just a fun race for the Doghouse Racing guys. You wouldn't normally have a broadcaster for this one, but Jamie wanted to make sure that there were some people out here broadcasting this one. I know Jamie's grandmother's usually at home. Jamie's mother's usually at home watching, so shout out to them. Shout out to the Horn family. Appreciate you for wanting us up here in the booth for tonight. I keep saying us. I'm so used to having John up here with me. But it's just me. I am all by myself. Let's get back out here on the track to some of this action. Again, we still have Kevin Brown running up there in the 33 machine, up 10 spots. Now up 13 spots from where he started, running really, really well right now. Currently running 5th. Got up there on that high side. He's going to be falling back a little bit to catch the 94 there of Tyler Millette. Expect to see a little bit of a check up there, but they actually handled that really, really well. And did I not say it just a second ago, Andrew St. Clair was running near the back of that pack, and there he is, running in 7th position. Got another comment here. Those Nap Daddy paints looking good under the lights. Nap Daddy Racing, not just for broadcasting. We are also trying to be one of the premier paint shops out here for iRacing. I believe you can see a couple of them there. You got John Smith up there. Granted, he threw that one together in about 5 minutes because he was trying to help me get ready to broadcast. Thank you, John, for that. And then you got the 99 machine of Jamie Horn right there. Also a Nap Daddy Racing design. A little shameless self-promotion. I don't see anyone stopping me, so I don't see why not. Got Country Chick in the comments saying, let's go Millette. Got Tyler Millette in his 94 car running 12th currently. Down a couple spots from where he started, but again, at Daytona, it really ain't over till it's over. There's nothing you can really do about it. It's just making sure you stay straight. You go fast, you go left. And keep this thing moving forward. I'm actually going to see. I don't know if it'll work. Again, I'm a little new at this, doing this by myself, but I'm going to see if I can get my normal broadcast partner, Jonathan Smith. I'm going to see if I can get him up here in the voice chat with me here really quick. Tell us a little bit about what's going on out there on the track. John currently running 12th. John, is there any chance at all that you have a copy in the booth? Yeah, I gotcha. How's things going out there, buddy? Well, I don't want to wish that for you, but we've been seeing a lot of movers and shakers out here in the race. I got Andrew St. Clair already up 11 spots in 2nd. I got Kevin Thompson up 12 spots in 3rd. How's the track out there feeling right now? Well, I appreciate you taking a couple seconds. I don't know. That was a slick move. Saw that one right there. I will let you get back to your driving. Hopefully you don't end up wrecking out. And good luck with the rest of your evening. Well, good deal. I appreciate you, sir. That was John Smith out there in that number 10 machine. Change over from the number 23. You got a comment saying can't hear him. Well, that figures. Again, you're going to have to forgive me tonight for any little goof ups I happen to make, because I'm not used to doing this by myself. But basically what he was saying, if you couldn't hear him, was that things seem very, very fast out there, and the draft seems a little extra crazy, more so than normal, and he's actually running a little bit higher than he wants to be running right now. I know John's normally a driver that likes to be... Oh, and we have an accident right there. Good lordy. See if we can cut back to that for you here really quick. Had Kevin Brown get in there with Mike Leftwich, and a huge lick off the wall for Kevin Brown. No, Kevin Brown had to head back down pit road, back out here on the track. That is your first caution of the night here on lap 19 at Daytona. We'll see if we can cut back there again here for you here in just 1 second. I can hear you. Yep. See if we can cut back there really quick. See what kind of caused that accident there. Looks like Mike Leftwich just ducked down just to avoid that wreck. Ends up spinning out a little bit. Not a huge amount of damage, it doesn't look like. It's like Kevin Brown just kind of gets stuck in the middle here. Ends up taking one of the hardest licks off the walls that I've honestly seen in a pretty good while. I'm assuming he's going to be going ahead to use the fast repair on that one. Get you back out here live. See what's going on out here on the track. It's like Gary Armijo is coming off of pit road, and he is going to be in first place here when we get this thing back going. Coming back here, you got Eric Anderson coming off there second, Nick Atwood in third, Tyler Millette in fourth, and he's got Andrew St. Cyr right there behind him got the 91 machine of Nick Atwood, got Tyler Millette right behind him. Got Andrew St. Cyr right there, going to be restarting in fifth, up 8 spots from where he started. Got Kevin Thompson going to be restarting 6th, Adam Gardner in 7th. Eric Warman's going to be restarting 8th. Got Jamie Horn in 9th. And Hunter Simpson going to be restarting 10th. Some other people that I definitely expect to see kind of moving through this crowd really quickly. Bill Gentry, we saw him up at the front very early on. Expect to see him doing well as the rest of this race goes forward. Jonathan Jennings, longtime member of the Doghouse Racing League, longtime threat in the Doghouse Racing League. If you don't see that number 25 machine of Jonathan Jennings up front near the end, I would be very, very surprised. Got Kevin Brown still down there on pit road at this current time. And you got John Smith just now coming off of pit road. Looks like he's going to be restarting in 17th when we get this thing back going. As for now, pace car is still out on the track. We are getting everything situated. B-Max saying, no wonder I couldn't find you. You're yellow. Referring to the color on Andrew St. Cour's car. Little extra pizzazz on that machine here tonight. We always love to see a good paint job out here on these cars. Taking a look again at our race leader right there. It'll be Gary Armijo and Eric Anderson that are bringing them to the line once we get this thing back going here. Still got that pace car on the track. Everyone trying to get caught up. Kevin Brown still on pit road, going to be our only car at this point that is going to be any sort of laps down. Going to be getting ready to get this thing going here again. Again, just a couple notes about the track here tonight. If you want to look on your screen right there, you can see that it's 75 degrees out, 81% humidity, and the track temp is 76. Actually pretty chilly for Daytona. Let's get this thing back going. Great jump by Gary Armijo right there. Really good job getting out in front of everybody as we get this thing back going here on lap 22 of the Firecracker 150 here at Daytona. Cutting back here for just 1 second. We got Kevin Thompson right there. You can see him in that number 6 machine. Down there on the low side trying to work his way forward. Andrew St. Cour all the way up there on the high side of the track. Looks like he's trying to get down there to the bottom side. Maybe he feels like that's going to have a little bit more speed for him here at this current moment. And sue me if I didn't just say it a second ago. Wait and see if you see Jonathan Jennings at the front there. Huge push out of Jonathan Jennings. Pushing Eric Warman in that 31 machine all the way to the front there. Warman decides to go to the low side, and Jonathan Jennings going to go high and then go low and move on about his merry way. Coming back here really quick, you got the 56 machine of Adam Gardner. He's going to be up 8 spots right now, currently running in 9th place right now. He's running in that high side right now. He's got the 33 of Kevin Brown right behind him. Kevin is a couple of laps down at this point, but seems like he's got that thing all the way repaired and is good to go at this point. Same thing for Mike Leftwich. Mike Leftwich back out on the track after being involved in that one and only caution that we've had so far. And then my boy John Smith down there in the number 10 machine. Currently sitting back there in 14th. He's got race admin Daniel Wilkerson right behind him. Everyone just kind of trying to bide their time right now. Lap 24 to 60. Still a ton of time left in this race. Plenty of things can still happen. As you see him turn in there really, really tight. Jennings, Warman, the number 7 machine of Gary Armijo, all hugging that yellow line on entry. Yeah, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse with this, but I know me and John have talked about it plenty of times. Daytona, when you're out here, you really have a little bit of a crapshoot There is a lot of luck that's going to come into this thing. You got to make sure you're in the right place at the right time. When, for lack of a better term, for when go time hits. And very often for Daytona, go time is in the last 2 laps. But nobody really trying to do anything crazy right now. Everyone's just kind of sitting either high side or low side. Just trying to find their lane of where they want to be and how they feel they can best move forward. Seeing some movement out of Steven Bonomo right now in that number 9 machine. He's up 4 spots right now. He's now made his way up into the top 5. Bonomo been having a really strong year in the Group 6 Cup Series here in the Doghouse Racing League. I know he's definitely expecting big things out of his season this year. Starting to see a little more shuffling out of everybody there, more toward the front of the pack there. Number 6 of Kevin Thompson there leading that high side. He's got Andrew St. Clair pushing him. That low side just looks like it's stacked up so well right now. You got Eric Warman down there. He's pushing that 25 machine of Jonathan Jennings right now. And then Eric Anderson. Really solid run for him tonight. Currently running up there in 4th. I was really afraid that I offended Eric a couple weeks ago. He was running a race and ended up finishing 3rd. And I said something over the broadcast saying, oh, I didn't think Eric was going to make a move like that. That could have been a little dirty or a little sneaky. And was really just trying to say what a nice guy Eric is. And a nice guy and a good driver. Out there running it in the top 5 right now. Cut back here to the 13th spot. You got Tyler Millette back there in that 94 car. That bright red and neon green Rogue Energy car. Currently running in 14th position. That is back 11 spots from where he started. Still got plenty of time to work his way up, though. Seems like he's liking that high side right now quite a bit. Someone else is down a couple spots right now. You got Chris Simon right there in that 21 car. He's down 9 spots, currently running in 17th. Trying to get caught up to that bumper of the 4 machine of Bill Gentry. Still plenty of race to get that thing caught up for the Shoney's racing team. And look at the stack on these guys right now. That high line is running so tight. Steven Bonomo makes a tight move to get down there in front of the 28 machine of Daniel Wilkerson. Saw a little check up there out of that 56. That's going to be Adam Gardner right there. And you can just see these drivers out here pushing close to 200 miles an hour out here on Daytona, and everything is just nose to nose. You got that 5 car right there, Hunter Simpson, just giving a huge push to the 98 of Jamie Horn. John Smith down there on that new number 10. Very patriotic car, gotta say. He's down there trying to get on the bumper of Mike Leftwich. Oh, and they're going to go 3 wide right there. Steven Bonomo in that number 9 car. Caught there in the middle. He's got Jamie Horn right in front of him. They're seeming like they're trying to settle out, but that 5 car, unfortunately, Hunter Simpson, stuck all the way up there on the high side right now. And there's an accident. Hunter Simpson's around. Nick Atwood still trying to get caught up. Andrew St. Cyr all the way around. See if we can figure out what happened here. Let's cut over here to our first replay. Andrew St. Cyr going around. So he's just kind of caught in the middle there. Goes across the 56 of Adam Gardner. Nowhere to go for Andrew St. Cyr. Got Adam Gardner right there. Getting into that 21 machine of Chris Simon as well. Got the comment, net code looks a little bit rough tonight. He's also just got some tight racing out there right now. It's unfortunate to see that affecting anybody out there on the track. We got our drivers coming off of pit road right now. It's like Eric Warman in that 31 car is going to be the first one off of pit road. Eric Anderson coming off in second. Mike Leftwich coming off in third. Got Daniel Wilkerson right behind him in fourth. Bill Gentry in fifth. And Kevin Thompson going to be able to come off in the sixth position. Tyler Millette going to be down just a couple spots off of where he started. This thing going to be restarting in seventh. Gary Armijo is going to be restarting eighth. Stephen Bonomo ninth. And Jonathan Jennings in 10th. You're going to see Jamie Horn back there restarting 13th. John Smith still down on pit road. Getting some repairs. Looks like we have some people kind of circling back in as well. Same thing for Andrew St. Cyr, who you just saw involved in that last caution. Getting it back up to the front. Eric Warman, Eric Warman. Gonna be out here restarting first. 34 laps in the books of this 60-lap run here for the Firecracker 150 at Daytona Superspeedway in the Group 6 Cup Series. And we are getting ready to get back to green for this thing. So we get a nice up top look as we get this thing gridded back up. You can see everybody getting lined back up. We still do have Andrew St. Cyr just to check back in really quickly down on pit road. We are about to see the pace car dive off the track and get us back to green flag racing here. in the Group 6 Cup Series. Again, huge. Getting ready to get everybody back to this green flag racing here. Getting ready to send these boys around. As they cross the stripe, going to be lap 36 here in the Firecracker 150 here on Doghouse Racing TV, and you are going to see them jet around turn 1 here in just 1 second. That was the wrong camera. Eric Warman takes the lead, pushed by the number 60 machine of Mike Leftwich. Eric Anderson up there on the high side. He's being pushed by Daniel Wilkerson. Andrew St. Cyr back there on the track. He's down there just below the yellow line trying to get in line right there. Christopher Simon trying to make some moves there in the number 21 machine. He's down there on the inside lane. Currently running in 9th. We saw him a little further towards the back of the pack a little bit earlier on, doing a great job right now. We've said it once, we say it again. You got to let Daytona come to you. Seeing these guys do a really good job of that here tonight. Hunter Simpson there in the number 5 machine. Saw him involved in that first caution that we had. He's back out there on the track, currently running in 6th, trying to get his way into the top 5. Working the bottom side, trying to get around the number 9 machine. Still got Eric Warman out there up front. Got the 60 machine of Mike Leftwich behind him. Bill Gentry. Really good night for him. Up 8 spots from where he started. Same thing for Eric Warman. Up 13 spots. Seeing some battling going on here in the middle of the track. Oh! 9's around. 5's around. The 7, Daniel Wilkerson. 28, 56, Adam Gardner. John Smith going for our John Deere Award. Not to blow my own horn or anything, ladies and gentlemen, but that was a really convenient time to switch my camera. And I really wish I could say I did that on purpose. Let's see if we can get back here. See what happened here in this last accident. See Bonomo go around with the 21 of Chris Simon, and then it just starts collecting people. Daytona will do that. Little beating and banging. And they just start stacking up. You see my boy John down there just out for a pleasant Sunday stroll. Just cutting some grass. Just putting on through. Let's see if we can get actually inside the cockpit with John Smith and see what he saw there. A smart person probably would have replayed this entire replay. But we'll take what we can get. And by we, I mean me. Excuse him, Lucius. He's about to do some driving. And some driving he will do. Let's get you back out here on the track. That is only our third caution here tonight in the Firecracker 150 here in the Group 6 Cup Series of the Doghouse Racing League. For your restart this time, you're going to have Eric Warman starting in first. Been doing a really, really great job here tonight. Been leading a lot of laps as well. Good to see Eric Warman up there into the front. Mike Leftwich going to be restarting in second. Bill Gentry going to be third. Jonathan Jennings in fourth, both respectively up 8 positions from where they started tonight. You're going to have Tyler Millette in fifth. Nick Atwood in sixth. Jamie Horn in the 98 machine in seventh. Chris Simon in that 21 Shoney's Racing Team car going to be restarting 8th. Hunter Simpson in the 5 going to be restarting 9th. And Kevin Thompson in 10th as we get these boys stacked back up to go. Going to have 16 cars on the lead lap when we get this thing back underway. The 16th place being held by Jonathan Smith, who may be our John Deere Award winner of the evening. Saw him have to knock down some grass in order to avoid that last caution. He's actually going to get up here and get lined up in 13th. Eric Anderson, who we've seen near the front of the race most of the evening, going to be back there restarting 14th. Still plenty of time to do some damage here at Daytona. Only going to have 2 cars a lap down, and that is going to be that 33 machine of Kevin Brown. See the shout out to Trackside NASCAR Outlet on the side. Trackside NASCAR Outlet, also a sponsor of the Doghouse Racing League and the Group 6 Cup Series. If you're into die-cast cars, you should go to Trackside NASCAR Outlet. They have cool cars. I like cool cars. Do you like cool cars? Go to Trackside NASCAR Outlet. And Andrew St. Cyr in that new, I'm going to go call it a Miami Vice. That's a Miami Vice number 12 car for Andrew St. Cyr. Currently going to be a lap down, restarting 18th, but still plenty of time to do some damage here as we get ready to get this thing back underway. Here in the Firecracker 150 here. See all those drivers stacked up. Again, you cannot overemphasize the importance of the draft here at Daytona. You can get out to a really good jump that really helps, but you got to have the help if you want to stick in the line that you're running in. Eric Warman. Huge jump for him. Still staying down there on that bottom side, but he's got a ways to go before that 4 machine of Bill Gentry gets caught up to him. High side was able to stick together pretty well. You got the 25 of Jonathan Jennings up there pushing Mike Leftwich. 91 of Nick Atwood goes down low. Gets behind the 4 of Bill Gentry, but then goes high. Takes the position from Mike Leftwich. And they're stacking back up. See everyone just in a rush to try to figure out where they are going to go. See these drivers more towards the back of this pack right here right now. They're trying to get back in the draft so they can cinch back up to everybody else. Andrew St. Cor there, sitting back there in 17th. He's trying to get caught back up. And unfortunately, it seems like something might have happened and my broadcast partner might be out of the race. He's not on the track right now. Get you back into the action here. Eric Warman, Bill Gentry going at it. They got Kevin Thompson in the 6 up there high. He's looking to show what he can do. Starting to see a little more movement out of these drivers on the track right now. Only 17 left to go here. This is where you're really going to start seeing everyone try to make some moves. You can see it 3 wide there. All the way through that entry. These guys are trying to find their spot and how they're going to push forward and get the win here in this thing. 6 machine right there of Steven Bonomo right there on the 56 of Adam Gardner. Gary Armijo still up there in that number 7. Pushing Bill Gentry and Eric Warman. That low line looks like it's had a ton of speed tonight. It's been the most consistent thing that we've been able to see.
Yep. See if that works. Yeah, just go ahead and I'm not going to race. I'm just going to broadcast for you if I can.
Ladies and gentlemen, I distinctly apologize for the little break in the audio there. We were trying to figure out some audio issues so that we'd actually be able to have some interviews at the end of this race. So if you were in the comments and you're one of those 12 people that's out there enjoying this race as much as I have, please feel free to get into the comments and tell me if what I'm about to do does or does not work. As we still see the 7 of Gary Armijo pushing Bill Gentry and Eric Warman closer and closer toward the victory, but Nick Atwood and Tyler Millette making a big push on the outside. I'm going to try to bring my broadcast partner Jonathan Smith back up here, and he's going to try to close the show with me up here. I believe he had some internet issues, unfortunately, that kicked him out of this race, but please do tell me if you can hear him or not. John, what'd you see out there?
Let me know if you can hear me in the broadcast. Because I'm not sure if it's going to work.
I'm not sure either. We got you, we got you, we got you.
All right.
What were you seeing out there, John?
That draft is crazy, man. I mean, I feel like I was half throttle half the night. Hate that I couldn't finish it. My internet just completely went out right before that restart. I dropped down to the low side, and it just eventually kicked me for it, which is probably good. But you know, not holding up too well in South Carolina here with the internet issues lately. But I had some fun racing for a while. Try to hang back a little bit. A lot of times I ended up moving forward more than I would like to do, which I think is happening to a lot of these guys out here too that want to hang back, and you just kind of find yourself moving forward. But it was still fun while it lasted. Good to get out there with the guys and hang out. Good to be back up here with you now.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I said us like 27 different times because I'm so used to saying that as we go through all the different drivers. But golly, you just saw a huge move out of Jamie Horn there in the back of the pack. We still got 10 people out here. Thank you, everybody. I see the Yups, Country Chick, yes, BMAC, gotcha. Miguel, we hear you just fine. Thank you very much. And I appreciate everyone's patience very, very much. John crash coursed me in broadcasting by myself. That was about our last hour before we got on this broadcast. And if we're all going to be honest, I was terrified.
I think you did a great job.
Really didn't want to screw this up. Know a lot of people's families are out here watching this thing and excited to watch it. Everyone's about to go into their 4th of July weekend. And far be it from me to upset someone's grandmother before the 4th of July. That just seems distinctly un-American. But we got
I would say St. Core, I just talked to him right before I got booted out of there. He's hanging back a little bit. I saw him fall back. I tried to get in that bottom line and fall back kind of halfway between the guys in front and him to see if I could pick him up. He was like, no, I'm fine. I'm just kind of hanging back, waiting for some cautions. So he's trying to get some laps back through the lucky dog position. If you're wondering why he's just chilling back there, he does have a fast car. He can throw it on in a second, but he's just chilling.
If I've learned anything from being up in the broadcast booth, it is that to never assume that Andrew St. Court is just going to take finishing in last sitting down. We've got these guys up here up at the front starting to make some money moves, though. Got that number 6 machine of Kevin Thompson. He's got Jamie Horn right behind him, and they're starting to get that high side going, give that bottom line of Eric Warman and Bill Gentry that's been in the lead for about the last 20 laps a run. But again, here at Daytona, anything is possible. You go back here and look toward the middle of the pack. You can see these guys starting to cinch back together. You see the 33, that's Kevin Brown. He's trying to get up to the 43 machine of Eric Anderson. They're trying to get up there and give that low line more of a push. But look how tight that high line is right now. 3 wide. Daniel Wilkerson looked almost like he was left out to dry, but I think Tyler Millette might be able to pick him up.
And I believe they're in a chat together too, so they're probably talking through that right now. Something that St. Core does have to worry about is getting in front of that 33 car who just dropped down to the apron, so he's going to have his chance here. If he gets in front of him, he will be the first car lap down, I believe, which makes him the lucky dog. But they are 3 wide right now. Chris Simon meeting the sandwich, but he knows how to hold it down there.
Adam Gardner right there, you can see him. He's doing his very best to hold that thing together. It gets so loose here in the draft at Daytona, especially with these new iRacing updates. You get so aero loose, almost seemingly for no reason sometimes.
Yeah, we talked about that on our TikTok stream a few nights ago. If you want to check that out on TikTok, about how if you pull up right behind a car, it seems like it takes the air out from under it a lot easier now and can get you really loose.
100%. And we got another comment. The Highline doesn't seem to run like it once did. I would say that's very true. You see the number 6 of Kevin Thompson right there trying to cinch up into the 43 of Eric Anderson right there. They're starting that 3rd lane almost. You see some people trying to get into the middle and get that 2nd lane going, but it just really doesn't seem like that Highline has the push that it once had here. Traditionally, when you went to Daytona, you would see people could kind of run wherever they wanted to. The 6 machine, that's going to be Kevin Thompson, left out there a little bit to dry. He needs some help up there.
Yeah,
and he's got it, Adam Gardner.
You got really 2 school of thoughts here. Like, taking that inside, you're taking the shortest part of the track. I think we mapped it out that one time, and it was about 0.05 miles shorter if you ride the inside of the track all the way around. But the outside has that ramp, especially coming off of 4 and 2, that you can get a lot of momentum, a lot of speed coming out of that corner. That you catch up on the streets a little bit.
And speaking of, Jamie Horn, Mike Leftwich, Bill Gentry, all the way around. Huge lick for Bill Gentry. They're going to finish racing that thing out. That's going to be 3 to go when that caution flag flew. See if we can get back here. See what happened.
Hey, I just thought about it. I'm on the mic tonight. I can hear the guys talking in the car. You can't.
Yeah, no, we switched this one all the way around. So while John was talking there about everything that you could kind of see going on out there on the track with the draft and everything, you see Mike Leftwich there. Going all the way around. Was caught up there on the nose of the 98 machine of Jamie Horn. And unfortunately, they carry Bill Gentry out with them. Honestly, really good job by Bill Gentry. Keeping that thing straight.
I think St. Core is going to be the lucky dog here. I don't think he was involved in that in any way.
We get back here on the track. Looks like Jonathan Jennings going to be taking the lead here. 3 to go. Eric Warman going to be right behind him. Kevin Thompson going to be in 3rd. Gary Armijo in 4th. And Eric Anderson in 5th. Adam Gardner there is going to be 6th. Nick Atwood, Hunter Simpson, Steven Bonomo, and Tyler Millette. Got to round out your top 10 here.
Yeah, and St. Core's got that lap back now, so he is a threat.
St. Core does have that lap back. Pretty sure you called that one. Just like I was bragging about how my camera switches have accidentally been pretty good tonight.
It's always a good feeling when that happens.
You called that one. Well done. So, since normally I'm the anger translator, and I'm the one that's being able to hear what everyone's saying, and you can't, tell me what you heard on the radio there.
To be honest, not a lot. Everybody just kind of took it, rolled with it. I didn't hear anything out of Mike. I think Bill just said caution, and that was about it. There's not a lot going on there.
Everyone just trying to get stacked back up and get this thing back ready to roll here.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good group of guys out here tonight, too, that are all raced together a lot, especially the ones come out here for this fun run. It's a solid pack. I don't see too many emotions flying and carrying over anywhere, but trying to see if I can shuffle through here to see what I see. I really like Kevin Thompson's new scheme, and he's rocking the Nat Teddy logos on the side. I appreciate that. Man, we didn't even make our picks, you know?
Yeah, things have been all over the place. You weren't up here guiding me to victory. So what else am I supposed to do? I'm just up here just jabbering.
Gets kind of lonely, don't it?
Yeah, it is. I like it.
Man, if I'm gonna make a pick, I really, really like the return of Hunter Simpson's storyline.
Yeah, great to see
Simpson's good here.
Great to see Hunter Simpson back out on the track. I know we talked about it early in the race, but longtime member, very respected member of the Doghouse Racing League, and just gone through a lot in the last year and a half, and great to see him out there on the track and back out here getting it with the rest of the boys. I don't know, man. It's just really tough to make a pick here at this point in the race. I mean, everyone's stacked back up, ready to get this thing back going, and it's just going to be a crapshoot to see who ends up being the one able to bring this thing home here.
Well, I know we've talked about this a few times when we get out of these super speedways, but Mike Leftwich saying welcome back to Hunter Simpson over the radio. It's a good sign, but usually super speedways, the best place to be is going to be probably that second or third row as you're coming around here with like at least 2 to go. You don't want to be out in front. I mean, at least I don't. People I talk to, you don't. You're kind of a sitting duck there. They're going to get the run on you the last second, make a pass, probably leave you hanging. Man, I like Kevin Thompson here. I like Armijo here. I even like Adam Gardner at this situation.
Yeah, they're all going to be super, super tight. But I mean, Jonathan Jennings in that catbird seat up high. But we were talking about it just a few minutes ago. It seems like the low sides really had the heat here tonight. So Eric Warman been a problem down on that low side all night long. Very sure at this point that he's got to be our lap leader for this thing. Pace car is off. 3 to go. Firecracker 150. Who is going to bring this thing home? Jonathan Jennings gets the jump in front of Eric Warman. Gary Armijo down there on the bottom side. He has no help. The number 6 machine of Kevin Thompson trying to get up there, see what he can do.
Look at Kevin Thompson with a run here.
He's got some help. He's got the 56 of Adam Gardner right behind him.
Eric Anderson didn't follow. Atwood's going to follow right behind him, though. Get behind Gardner. Good push by Adam Gardner there.
Really good push at Adam Gardner. Eric Anderson's back up to the bumper of Eric Warman. Kevin Thompson still leading this thing. 2 laps to go here in the Firecracker 150 here at Daytona in the Group 6 Cup Series. They make the turn. Final lap. Kevin Thompson out in front. Jonathan Jennings down there on the low side.
There's a side draft.
They are bumping. They are banging. There's the side draft. 56. Adam Gardner got a little bit loose right there. Eric Anderson pushing right up to the bumper of Eric Warman.
Bonomo's taking it 3 wide here between Atwood and Leftwich.
Who's
going to try to almost make it 4 wide. Oh, Bonomo's going around. Leftwich is going around. They hold it.
Bonomo's around. Everyone around. Eric Warman Pushing Jonathan Jennings, Eric Anderson right there in third place. 21 of Chris Simon making a push.
See if he makes a move. I don't think he is.
Checkered flag in the air. Jonathan Jennings brings it home for the Firecracker 150. Eric Warman gonna bring it home in second. Eric Anderson able to pull out third place. Big run out of Christopher Simon there to get third place. Everyone spinning every which direction. Andrew St. Cyr down there trying to challenge John for that John Deere trophy. What a run out of these guys at the end. Great racing here at Daytona. Always an absolute pleasure to watch. There's a congratulatory tap out of Mike Leftwich. A tap might be
man.
not a great way of, oh, okay.
Another congratulations. He's really excited.
Okay, Mike. Mike's excited. Yeah. Mike's really excited.
And Jonathan, teammates there.
Yep, they're teammates. Burn it down, Jonathan. You deserved it. Great run out of you tonight. I think you should hit up Mike. Y'all should hit up the West Virginia Shoney's Buffet. Good God.
Another teammate flying in there. For
I am trying to have a serious broadcast. Oh my God.
That's a classic Mike Leftwich move after a race, man.
So
I don't
much
win a lot.
fun.
When I do, that's what I look forward to most. I don't want to burn out. I want Mike Leftwich to just ram me at the very end. Just
so much fun. Oh, and there's Jennings. He's around again.
Making sure he passes inspection there.
Yep, making sure that everything stays hunky-dory as far as the end of race inspection. Got B-Max saying, come on, Kevin. Was rooting for Kevin there at the end. Finished sixth after 2 laps down. Nothing shabby about that. Huge run out of Andrew St. Cyr. Nothing to be upset about in any way, shape, or form there.
And since you won't read the rest of the comments, you're doing great. You're rocking it. So congratulations on your first stream pretty much by yourself tonight.
Thanks.
I mean, I guess you've streamed it before, but this time, especially for the first 40 laps, Hunter was doing all the cameras, all the overlays, everything else. So
yeah, the first time I ever did this, it was doo-doo. It was the last second thing. John's computer took a crap on him, and I had my dinner getting cold in the other room. I was scared. I was hungry. It was just a bad situation to be in. But again, thank you to everyone. We still have 12 people out there in the stream. Thank you again so much for joining us here, using up your pre-holiday Thursday to hang out here with us in the Group 6 Cup Series in the Doghouse Racing League. Again, just want to make sure that I give a huge shout out. Make sure I got all my stuff right here. Please excuse how slow it can be here sometimes, but we're just out here doing our best. Want to make sure we give a huge shout out to Group 6 again. Group 6 being a series sponsor this year for the Doghouse Racing League. They make this whole thing possible. Keep the drivers out on the track. Keep us up in the booth. Group 6 is a leading creative agency, and they are passionate about crafting cutting-edge websites, developing dynamic web solutions, and providing top-tier managed hosting services. Their mission is to help businesses of all sizes enhance their online presence, explore their wide range of services at group6inc.com, and see how they can drive your digital success. Special thanks to Group 6 for being the series sponsor this year. Again, none of this happens without Group 6, so thank you so much to them for being our series sponsor this year. Again, shameless self-plug. Nobody's stopping me. Nap Daddy Racing, Nap Daddy Racing Designs, myself and John make up Nap Daddy Racing. We are not only broadcasters up here in the booth for these exciting races here. And by we, I mean mostly John, design iRacing cars with all the best custom designs, logos. If you need a new custom design or logo for your iRacing car, be sure to check out the website, napdaddyracing.com, and we can get you hooked right up. And even if you're not into iRacing, you can go over there, pick up a t-shirt, pick up a hat, support the boys. We sure appreciate it. You can also find us very often on Facebook, on Instagram, and live as often as we can on TikTok. We are extremely proud to be a part of the Doghouse Racing League and the Group 6 Cup Series. Huge part of making us be able to do what we are able to do. So again, thank you to the Group 6 Cup Series and to the Doghouse Racing League for making all of this possible. Let's see if we can get some of these winners up here in the booth with us. Here's where we really put the rubber to the road and see if Hunter can not screw this up. I believe we only have one person in the waiting room. I don't know if anyone was really waiting for an interview. Well, shoot, I guess in the meantime, let me see if I can get some of the other folks up here. I know I've at least got my my second place guy here, Eric Warman. He's sitting here waiting. Let's see if we can have a chat with Eric real quick. Eric, you got a copy in the booth up here with us?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Eric, what a run out there tonight. I know it's just a fun race here at Daytona for the Firecracker 150, but talk to me a little bit about what you saw out there. I was talking to John a little bit earlier, and he had some internet issues, but he said the draft was crazy out there. What did you feel out there tonight?
Yeah, with the fix-up, the draft's pretty crazy. Get a heck of a run, but then it just stalls out quick. It's really hard to pass. You basically just gotta run a line and figure out where to go unless you got somebody to help you. Which I didn't have anybody to help me. Kind of knew that coming in through the practice that most people probably wouldn't follow me, so I just had to run my own line.
So what was that like out there for you when you're trying to run your own line? I know with the new updates we talked about how you can get so loose or tight depending on who's right behind you. Were you just trying to pick and choose your spots? Were you trying to kind of make friends as you go, or what was kind of your plan as you were working your way back up through the pack? I think you finished like 14 spots up from where you started.
Yeah, 13 spots it looks like. Just fill the gap. If a gap opened up, got stuck on the high side for the first probably 20 laps of it. Wanted to get back to the bottom, but just couldn't get there, and then came down pit road, just kind of playing some strategies, kind of seeing how that works, and just trying to learn a little bit more about this new update. Honestly, to me, the tires don't feel any different, other than they don't fall off as much. Cars are just a little bit loose, but as long as you ain't bobbing and weaving, being a bobblehead back there, you're pretty good.
Well, either way, happy to hear it. It was really fun to watch the race from up here in the booth. Any sponsors, any shout outs you want to give? I know we're about to head into the holiday here, so I want to make sure you get out here and are able to celebrate. But any sponsors or shout outs you want to give before we let you get out of here?
I got to thank the Lord Jesus Christ for saving a sinner like me. Thanks to my wife and kids. Thanks for the Doghouse League for letting me race, and thanks for all the admin for what they do. You guys for the broadcast, and definitely Daniel for the league. So, and make sure you get a controller and start racing here. Country, come on, gotta get out here and start racing.
I'm trying to, man. I appreciate it. I don't think anyone would have wanted me out there tonight. I feel like I was probably still safer up here in the booth, but I appreciate the kind words and hope you have a great 4th of July and hope it's very safe and you enjoy the family time.
Well, you can always get an Xbox controller. I know a guy that you got up to 3K on an Xbox controller.
Don't encourage him.
Maybe at this point I'm just making excuses.
Yeah, it sounds like it, but that's all right.
Eric, pleasure as always. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your holiday weekend.
Yeah, you guys too. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. That was your second place driver, Eric Warman. Always classy, always encouraging, even when it's maybe not deserved, but I appreciate it and it makes me feel good nonetheless. I'm going to cut over here very quickly and get our third place driver up here. And it's going to be the 43 machine of Eric Anderson. Eric, you got Hunter up here in the booth. How you doing tonight, sir?
How about it, guys? I like this. Becoming a habit.
Yeah.
Another
2 weeks in a row, right?
Let's keep it going.
Another top 3 for you, sir. Very well done.
fun.
And I didn't even say anything that could have been potentially insulting. Just a very good run out of you here tonight. Tell us what you felt out there on the track. I was talking to John earlier. He said it was a little crazy out there. The draft was a little nuts, but what did you kind of feel out there on the track? What was your plan?
I had a blast. The outside line just wasn't any good. I wanted to get up there and play all night, but man, you just go straight to the back if it didn't stay tight. And I kind of was bored riding around the bottom, but I didn't seem to get shuffled to the back. It seemed like if I was in 4th or 5th, I could stay there for as long as I wanted to. So there wasn't no reason to go up high, and that kind of took a little of the fun out of it. But and I got caught up in that wreck, was able to luckily pick the right lanes and ended up back up there where I wanted to be. Again, things just opened up or whatever, because Daytona, it's kind of tight, and 3 wide's kind of hard to do. But I got through one of the 3 wides. I think I got caught up in another one at some point. But yeah, you like to get up in that high line and play once you get near the end, so you have some options. But it just didn't work out that way. And I could have jumped out earlier on the high side there near the end of the race, but I didn't want to go to the back. I wanted to keep a decent finish, so I kind of waited until there was nothing left. So I took the 3rd.
Well, we were talking about that a little earlier in the stream, how it seems normally at Daytona you can kind of pick whichever line you want as long as you have the help. But
Right.
it seemed like tonight that the high line, even when they had help, had no speed at all. Did you see anything in particular that was causing that, or is that maybe just something to chalk up to the new update, or what's your thoughts there?
I don't know. I think every race it's probably not made that way, but every race can be a little different. So you just have to ride and see. And now if there'd have been 3 or 4 of the heavy hitters up there, I would have went, but it was always kind of broken up by 1 or 2 of us guys that aren't the best. So you had to kind of look to see who it was on the outside before you jumped up there if you wanted to give it a shot. And I just wasn't losing any spots staying on the bottom. So I said, well, I'll just ride down here as far as it is, but see what kind of finish I can get. So yeah, that was it. I think every race is different. The quality of the people can make the line work or not work, how tight they want to draft. I'm bad to not be right on a guy's bumper. I don't want to spin anybody before we get near the end. And sometimes I have a tendency to drag my line back because I'm not really up on the guy in front of me. But I would hope guys appreciate they don't get turned early in races because of people that do that. So it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But it was fun. I was glad you guys broadcasted it tonight, and I was glad Daniel was able to put it up there.
Well, we appreciate it. I was happy to be up here. Got to say I was a little nervous, but thinking everything ended up pretty good. And you said looking out for the heavy hitters up on the top. I think after 2 top 3s, you can probably call yourself a heavy hitter at this point. So before we let you get to the 4th of July festivities, whatever those may be, any sponsors or shout outs you want to give us?
Yeah, I'll just say hi to a whole Doghouse crew, Daniel, everybody here, Group 6 and Shawnees who do everything for us and get it all going. Say hi once again to my sister and my mother who watch, and we enjoy watching the playbacks that you guys do. Yeah, you really add something to it, and it makes it great. I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you, sir. Again, great racing tonight. Congratulations on the third place finish, and have a very safe but also very fun 4th of July, and we'll see you next week.
All right, I'll count my fingers and see how many I got this weekend.
Yeah, me too.
See you guys. All right, buddy.
Take care, man.
You got it.
That was your third place finisher, Eric Anderson, in that 43 machine classy as always. Gonna go ahead and pull up the 25 machine of Jonathan Jennings, your race winner here tonight. Jonathan, you got Hunter up in the booth. You got a copy with us?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Hey, man, congratulations on the win here tonight. We saw you kind of working your way back up from further back in the pack tonight. Was that kind of your plan? Did you not want to be up front towards the beginning of the race, and you just kind of shot your way up toward the front? What was your thoughts on how that race went and everything that went on kind of throughout the whole middle portion there?
No, I just sucked at qualifying. I didn't practice qualifying, so I didn't know what gear to use. I think the guy that got the pole used 4th gear, and I did not for the most part. And when I was out front, I was short on fuel, so I decided to stop and top off. Or actually, I filled it up to make sure I didn't have to worry about it. And just to give me time to get back to the front, because it was hard to pass on the outside.
Well, either way, man, it was a really good run out of you tonight, getting the win. I know this wasn't for points, but got to give you a lot of confidence going into the rest of the season. Did you have any thoughts on kind of how Daytona was driving tonight? One of the things we kind of heard repeatedly was that it seemed like maybe the drafting was a little bit extra tight tonight, and the high side really didn't have the amount of smoke that it normally has in terms of being able to shoot your way to the front. Did you kind of see or notice anything out there tonight that was different from what you normally see at Daytona?
I don't know, the gear seemed off or the fit setup. I think we're turning too many RPMs with that. And I don't know, since the update, the tire model's fine, but the drafting parameters suck. So I don't know. This car sucks, to be honest.
Getting right to the point. Well, either way, man, we'll let you get out of here and get to your 4th of July festivities, whatever those may be. I'm up here in North Carolina. I know y'all are down there in South Carolina, so congratulations on having fireworks that don't suck. But any sponsors or shout-outs you want to give before we let you get on to whatever your evening may hold?
Oh, yeah, you guys for broadcasting this, and all the sponsors for the league, Shawnee's. Man, it's been a while. Shawnee's, Group 6, Nap Daddy Designs, Hunter Designs, or SSR, whatever it is, Auto Pros, and Trackside NASCAR Outlet, I think is what it is, and whoever else pitches in to help the league out. Much appreciated.
Well, we appreciate you, man. Great job here tonight. We look forward to seeing you back up here in the booth next week. But until then, enjoy the family, enjoy the holiday, stay safe. Make sure you come back next week with the same amount of fingers that you went into the weekend with.
Oh, I'm not going to get close to it. I did it last year, I think, and I burnt my fingers, so I'm good on that.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah, but y'all have a good 4th as well.
You too, man. Take care, all right?
Y'all too.
Yep. Bye.
Later.
And that is going to be Jonathan Jennings, your race winner here tonight for the fun run of the Firecracker 150 here at Daytona Superspeedway. Again, just final race results for everybody at home here. Jonathan Jennings bringing home the win. Eric Warman coming home in 2nd place. Eric Anderson bringing home 3rd. Chris Simon in 4th. Jamie Horn in 5th. Andrew St. Cord in 6th. Adam Gardner 7th. Tyler Millette 9th. or Tonamela 8th. Wow. Kevin Thompson 9th, Gary Armijo 10th, Nick Atwood 11th, Mike Leftwich coming home in 12th, Daniel Wilkerson in 13th, Stephen Manomo in 14th. Hunter Simpson came home in 15th tonight, Bill Gentry in 16th, Kevin Brown 17th, and unfortunately for my partner and friend John Smith, came home 18th with some internet issues. John, you got any final thoughts on Daytona here before we mosey on to try to enjoy the start of the 4th of July weekend?
Yeah, man, I try to be as fast as Xfinity Internet here tonight, but unfortunately, I think I was actually, so that was an unfortunate thing for me. Internet just ain't keeping up here, but I'm glad it happened when I was racing and not hosting the broadcast. So if we're looking at some silver lining here, I think you did a fantastic job doing this by yourself tonight and everything. But no, I think kind of like what Jonathan Jennings said there about the setup felt kind of weird. You saw a lot of guys like sparking coming around. Kind of felt like it was too low at the beginning too. Like these cars have this. This is only my 3rd time driving them now since this whole update thing, and I mean it's a little different. It's not like a huge difference, but if you drive it enough, I think you can see it. It kind of feels like it borderline wants to sort of snap in the rear as you're going around a corner. I compared it the night to Michigan on an open setup. How you're going around 3 and 4 in Michigan, it kind of feels like that back end's kind of snapping as you're going around a little bit. But nah, I mean can't definitively say I hate these new cars yet. I kind of have been enjoying it just a little bit, but I also haven't gotten out there as much as I should have with it. But yeah, man, fun race at Daytona. Good for little holiday festivities. Always love it when Doghouse does these fun runs like this. I know we do the Snowball Derby at 5 Flags. The winner there gets the flag. I know we're going to Atlanta next week for the second double, and the best average finish from last week at Atlanta and this week at Atlanta will receive a flag for that with their car on it. Kevin Thompson won there last week, followed by that whole BMP team almost. So they got a pretty good shot at getting BMP on a flag and sent to their address soon. But it was very patriotic. I meant to tell Jonathan this too. We live kind of close together by each other around the same city. But as soon as he won, as soon as he crossed the finish line, fireworks started going off outside of my house. I didn't know if that was him or not, just celebrating the win. But very patriotic.
Extremely so. Well, appreciate everyone for joining with us here tonight again for a fun run here before we get our 4th of July weekends started off here. We really appreciate it. The Doghouse Racing League really appreciates it. If you haven't yet, again, please subscribe to the Doghouse Racing TV channel. And thank you for liking and subscribing to this stream. We appreciate it, and the league appreciates it again very much. Before we get out of here, any last thoughts or any 4th of July wishes you want to throw to the people out there?
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th
I'll
of
say
July.
it.
Please come home with all your fingers and toes that you left with. Enjoy the family. Enjoy the break. We hope to see everybody back here in the same pieces that they left with here next week. So thank you again, everyone. We really appreciate it. We'll catch you here next week for the final time. I've been Hunter Foley.
I've been John.
And we will catch you all next time. Have a great night.